So I'm just gonna make a quick video. Somebody asked, I posted some pictures of my bags, and they said in a Veto group I'm in, Veto owners group on Facebook, they said, do you have any, pictures how you outfit these bags so you have an idea? So I'm just gonna go a quick run through of my jobs I have to do in the day and why I outfitted the bags the way I did. So let me just first say I probably have, well, I have more bags than I need. I don't need all these bags. The problem with my trade is a lot of jobs overlap. So we've got PMs, which stands for preventative maintenance inspection, which is basically just an inspection, checking everything, checking all the wiring, checking connections, testing the batteries, testing the pressure system, making sure there's no leaks, visual, and then you do a run, you do like a 1 hour transfer test. Transfer switch, you power through building load, and you take your run numbers and your run temperature and all that stuff. So I used to use this bag for that, but I've since changed bags as I've gotten a couple other bags. So this bag used to be my PM bag, and then recently like I said, I got another bag, and now this is just excessive power tools, excess power tools. The ones I use the second least, so I'm not going to full load out, but my cutting tool, my cutoff tool, my rivet gun. There's some wrenches and stuff in here. There's some glasses for infrared testing, stuff like that. Just some bulk tool items that I don't use often, but I do use. There's all the attachments for all the rivets are in here. There's also for my my blades for my hacksaw, and then I've got all the disc for that in here. All the various discs, things like that. Drill bits are in here for this as well. I don't use this often because I usually put the adapters for the 3/8 to 1/2 inch on to quarter on my stubby and my other guns. So they got a lot more torque and whatnot. So that's usually what I'm using. So that's just got excess stuff, nothing really else in there. And then let's go to my newest bag. So initially I set this up, the TP-XXL blackout, for service calls, but I've since moved this to my PM bag. So I've got some drill bits, my battery tester, meter, some Allen keys, screwdrivers, wrenches, non-contact voltage tester, hammer, smacking solenoids, pens. In the back I've got a Blue Point pass-through socket set. You gotta have sockets in every bag in this trade. I'm part wrench grease monkey, part electrician, so pass-through. Set of insulated screwdrivers in there, and I put the Velcro on there just so it will close. Scissors, tape, Klein flashlight for that bag. And then initially when I got this bag, my TP-XXL, I was using this for startups. And then I moved the startups into my propac wheeler. And then I've since moved my startups from the propac wheeler into my new Tech Pack blackout. So in here, again, I got measuring tape, flashlight, tape, standard stuff. Every bag of mine is gonna have sockets. I got the Wera 3/8 socket set and screwdriver set in there. There's some other parts. It's a female receptacle plug adapter. I've got a meter in here, baby wipes in here, some markers for writing on batteries, pens, logbooks, meter in here, leads in there. What I got in here? Oh, this is wrenches in here, and I've got my my mag pickup tester charger for just my light and stuff. Set of wrenches, Milwaukee wrenches. I really like these wrenches. I got a couple sets of them. They can be had for regular non-ratcheting ones, can be bought fairly affordably. The other ones are kind of expensive nowadays. So I don't often use this tool, but I decided to put it in here. It's not my most favorite. Another flashlight, meter leads, screwdrivers, cutters, cable cutters, strippers, crimpers, standard tools. Nothing, again, hammer, needle nose, side cutters, and all that stuff is in there. And it all fits nicely. So, actually, there's Wear Tool Check Plus. Yeah, just this. So this is for service calls. In here I've got all my most commonly failed sensors, mag pickups, battery terminals, anything that I typically have to change on a service call that I can actually fix. On a big one, I have to make a quote for a part. That's different, but this gets me, I can change block heaters, everything on here. So okay, let's start. This one is not a Veto bag. But this one initially, this is a Klein bag. As you can see, pretty nice bag. It's got a big pocket. You can put everything in it. This pocket's not full at all. Oh, there's that. I need that for another bag, actually. Meter leads. Just some meter leads, electrical connections, some zip ties in there for right now. I used to have this as my PMO bag. There's batteries and pens and stuff in here. Pretty deep pocket, goes down to about here. What I really like about this bag, now, the reason I switched everything that was in this bag into the XL wheelers, because this bag was getting heavy. But what I really like about this bag is that you can just, you can just open it up and there's all your tools. I'll open it up for you so you guys can see what's in it. So we got a set of, again, basic hand tools, some multi-tools, screwdrivers, batteries, meter, some Torx bits, screwdrivers. This is what I'm using for my wrenches in this bag. Nothing crazy. Again, you'll see a lot of my tools from bag to bag are common tools, and I could probably do it just without the pouches, but I just really wanted to set it up so I could just grab the lightest bag possible that I needed for that day. So it doesn't always work out, but sometimes I gotta go and grab something from another bag or whatever. But okay, let's start with the move on to this one. So this is my XL wheeler. Some stuff on the outside. We'll start with the back. So I usually wheel this, but sometimes I have to bring it up a ladder stairs. So in this one, I've got this one's always the hardest one to see. Bulk storage, tool storage panel. In here, I'll maybe pull this stuff out. It's hard to see this one, but Here, see if I can just tip it down for you. Here's what I was talking about, the adapter. It's usually what I use on these. Put it on. I've got I got about 4 of these in here. These usually are what I need for the big industrial stuff. Otherwise, it's a lot of times it's really hard getting them off without them. I've got my extended reach ratchet. The reason I have this in here and this is because really, I mean, this was kind of a pain to use as a ratchet because these nubs kind of got in the way. So it was just easier to use these with the filter wrench. So anyways, but with the other bag, I couldn't have done that. With this bag, the weight, it's not a big deal. I wheel it. It's actually comfortable putting on your back, and I have no idea what this bag weighs, but it's got to be in the 60 and 70 pound range. So it's not light, but you know what? It's surprisingly very comfortable on your back, even though it's a heavy bag. I know some guys have said, you know, they don't like it, you know, how heavy it gets, this one. But what I found a little trick. I mean, I don't know if it's a trick or not, but when I put the bag on my back, I set it on the passenger seat of my truck, and I just slide into the straps, and then I just walk it till I get up onto a roof or whatever. Maybe I'll kind of slow down here. Got in this bag everything. So this bag is for oil changes, Quinns, and load banks. So Quinns are 5-year service, but see again, overlapping. Sometimes a Quinn is a PM Quinn, sometimes it's a PMO Quinn, sometimes it's just a Quinn, sometimes it's not usually a Quinn with a load bank, but I'll very often have PMO load banks. So, and I'm kind of sad, like the tools that are in here are all like brown screwdrivers. You know, there's not much color in this bag, and I know that sounds stupid, but the bag, it looks kind of, you know, gross with the tools that are in it. When it was my startup tools that look really nice, but there's a reason. You can see these tools are a little bit oily. These screwdrivers go in here because they are for getting oily. They're the non-slip wood handled ones. So everything that's in here is for a purpose, you know. Obviously everything's for a purpose, but I mean it's specific to a job, you know. Hose pliers, socket sets again, and that's what I'm actually moving this set to into this bag, because I need a few socket sizes I didn't have in the 1/2 inch. I had an email, but I don't know what to do with it. I took it out of the bag, so I need to put this socket set in here. Yeah. So a couple flashlights were in there, as you can see. Some things. So here, let's go to the next bag. Big bag. TP-XXL wheeler. This has got to be my favorite bag. This is my TP-XXL wheeler. This bag is for major and minor repairs. So again, there's a lot of tools that are just in my truck in bins that get used with this, but these are damaged fastener wrenches, full wrench set. As you can see, it's supposed to do like 80% round. It's on both sides, up to 80% rounded fasteners. They're long, they're skinny, quite flexible. They're chrome molybdenum, and I love them. They're great. These wrenches they fit into a lot of really hard to reach places because how skinny they are and small the heads are. So I'll keep this in there. I've also got the matching socket sets for this. I've got a couple different socket sets for, you know, removing damaging screws and bolts in the truck. This is my Lang magnetic for doing test diagnosing. And here we go. We got cushion grip vessel screwdrivers. Some we got pliers, wrenches, socket sets, spark plug testers, spark plug gappers, strippers. You know, again, just kind of the same tools. Hammer, small hammer here, Picard hammer. You know, nothing anyone hasn't seen. I don't think anyone really needs to be bored with any details. There's nothing in here that I want to talk about, you know, that I haven't already made a video on or something, but I've got my Klein radio on here. And you know what I love about this bag? Honestly, the wheelers are the Veto's best bag. Both of them. I love the additional screwdriver storage here. Here, I'll get you a nice look in the bag there. Got a digital tape measure, wrenches, sockets, extensions, 1/4-inch drive, 3/8 drive, you know, meter leads. These are the demolition drivers from Wera. But honestly, when it comes to getting stuff unstuck, these are the drivers I go for, the Impacta by Vessel. They're the best ones. This is the changeable flex driver. Bunch of different Klein screwdrivers. There's a lot of screwdrivers in this bag. And, you know, I used to, when I used to watch Veto videos, before I actually bought a Veto, I would always see people and I'm like, why do you have so many screwdrivers? Get multi-bit screwdrivers. And for years I used just the Milwaukee ratcheting stubby and regular screwdriver set for years. And that's all I used. But I've since, you know, when I started in school, I bought like a cheap Mastercraft, $30 for 30 screwdriver screwdriver set, and it was junk. But you know, once I started actually spending some money on screwdrivers, you know, some wire screwdrivers and stuff, I realized how nice it is to have dedicated screwdrivers. So in here, this is my startup bag for new startups, new installations. So basically a lot of electrical connections, new startup. So I'm programming a generator, so I need a laptop. I'm programming alarms, running contacts to alarm relays, running contacts into the generator, running contacts possibly if it's a parallel MPS system, running contacts to a system controller, BAS system, monitoring system, all that stuff. But once again, I got the same stuff, socket sets, I got flashlights in here, adapters, extensions, got my nice Baco. These things are very light, these Baco foreign ones. Everything fit in here. So what I did differently with this bag, I actually got Tony, big shout out to Tony from Mississauga Hardware in Etobicoke. Or sorry, in Mississauga. Yeah, Atlas Tools in Etobicoke. Those are the two vendors I usually deal with. But again, yeah, everything in here is insulated, most stuff in the back. So Tony from Mississauga Hardware got me this second tool panel, and honestly I really think Veto should start including a tool panel in the front and back of bags, because it makes way more room. All my meters are in there. Like the meter panels just don't have enough pockets. You know, I've got my temperature probe, my manometer, amp clamp, multimeter, various strippers, screwdrivers. All the insulated screwdrivers are in this end now. So there's zip ties, everything's, you know, there's some extra basic tools. You don't need to see everything in all the pouches. It's boring. But yeah, that's how I'm using my bag. So I've got right now my MB3 is my bulk tool storage bag. again, this is my PM bag. This is my service call bag. This is my, my service call bag, my my load bank only bag. That's the load bank only bag. And yeah, so these are all the tool bags I've got now. Like I said, I've got too many. I had the TP-XXL, and that got heavy carrying that around, so I went for the XL wheeler. I've had the LC. I exchanged that for the XL, and then exchanged the XL for the TP-XXL wheeler. Well, I didn't exchange it. I gave that one away. I almost got a second wheeler, but I didn't want two identical bags. I want to be able to differentiate by just looking at the bag, and I don't want to have to guess, you know, what color of the bag, or, you know, or what bag I grabbed. So here's my current Veto bag collection, or Veto / Klein tool bag collection. That's it. Thanks for checking out my video.